Hello, my friend. Welcome to another moment of prayer and connection with God. I am so grateful that you're here today because I know it's not by chance that this video has reached you. God has something powerful to speak to your heart right now. Did you know that there's something in your life at this very moment that's preventing you from prospering, from growing, from reaching everything that God prepared for you? Maybe it's a relationship that drains you, a habit that enslaves you, or even a thought that imprisons you. And the worst part, you might not even realize how much this has been stealing your peace, your joy, and your future. The truth is that many people spend years carrying burdens that God never asked them to carry. They struggle, they suffer, they cry, trying to make something work that God has already declared needs to be cut out. And while these things remain, life doesn't flourish, dreams don't come true, and the feeling of always being in the same place only increases. But today that can change. Today you're going to pray a prayer so powerful that it will release God's hand to cut, uproot, and remove everything that's not producing good fruit in your life. This isn't just another prayer. It's a decree of liberation, a moment of transformation, a decision to let go of the old, to embrace the new that God has for you. If you're tired of carrying what isn't yours, if you want to see God act radically in your life, then stay with me until the end of this video. We're going to pray together, and I guarantee you won't leave here the same way you came. Prepare your heart, close your eyes if you can, and let's enter the Lord's presence right now. Lord my God, I come today before your presence recognizing that I need you. I recognize that there are things in my life that aren't producing anything good, that aren't generating fruit, that aren't drawing me closer to you or making me grow. And today, in this moment of prayer, I ask that you cut, that you uproot, that you remove everything that doesn't come from you. Beloved Father, I confess that I've often carried burdens that were never mine to carry. I've kept situations in my life that should have already ended, relationships that should have already been closed, thoughts that should have already been abandoned. I hold on out of fear, out of habit, out of insecurity about facing the emptiness that will remain when these things are removed. But today I understand that this emptiness isn't the end. It's just the beginning of something new that you want to do in me. I recognize that I've wasted time trying to water plants that have already died, trying to save what you've already declared lost, trying to fix what you want to replace with something completely new. Forgive me, Lord, for being stubborn, for insisting on paths that you've already shown me aren't your paths for me. Forgive me for listening to voices that pulled me away from your voice, for following advice that led me away from your counsel. My God, I know that the removal process isn't always comfortable. I know that pulling out deep roots hurts, that cutting old ties brings tears, that letting go of the familiar causes fear of the unknown. But today I choose to trust you more than my feelings. I choose to believe that you see what I can't see, that you know what I don't know, that you have plans for me much greater than I can imagine. So I give you permission, Lord, permission to touch every area of my life, permission to enter the most hidden corners of my heart, permission to bring to light everything I've been keeping in the shadows. Don't let me hold on to anything you want to take away. Don't allow my emotional attachment to hinder your transforming work. Break in me all resistance, all pride, all stubbornness that prevents me from letting go of what needs to be released. Because I don't want to live a half-life anymore. I don't want to accept crumbs when you have a banquet prepared for me. I don't want to settle for surviving when you called me to prosper and bear fruit abundantly. Beloved Father, I know that I often hold on to things, to people, to situations that don't build up my life. I bind myself to relationships that hurt me, to habits that destroy me, to thoughts that imprison me. How many times, my God, do I insist on carrying a weight that you never asked me to carry? How many times do I fight to keep something alive that you've already declared dead? Lord, I recognize that I've valued things that have no eternal value. I've invested time, energy, and emotion in relationships that only drain me, that suck away my peace, that steal my joy. I've allowed people to enter and remain in my life even when they bring more confusion than clarity, more sadness than happiness, more doubts than certainty. I hold on because I'm afraid of loneliness, because I believe it's better to have someone than to have no one, even if that someone is destroying me little by little. But today I understand that being alone with you, Lord, is infinitely better than being accompanied by people who pull me away from you. I know, my God, that you never called me to live in toxic relationships, to accept crumbs of affection, to beg for attention from those who don't value me. You created me for healthy relationships, for connections that build me up, for friendships that draw me closer to you and to my purpose. Good Father, I also recognize the destructive habits I've cultivated, those small vices that seem harmless at first, but that little by little take over my life, my mind, my time. I know there are practices in my routine that don't please you, Lord, that don't build anything good, that only sink me deeper and deeper into a vicious cycle from which I alone cannot escape. How many times have I promised to change and didn't change? How many times have I said it would be the last time and did it again? How many times have I tried by my own strength and failed miserably? Lord, I need your strength because mine isn't enough. I need your power because mine is limited. I need your grace because alone I can't win these battles. Free me, my God, from everything that has enslaved me. Break the chains that bind me to these habits. Destroy the repetitive patterns that keep me always in the same place. And in place of these habits that destroy me, plant in me disciplines that build me up, practices that strengthen me, routines that draw me closer to you and make me grow in all areas of my life. Today, I cry out to you, Lord. I ask that you give me courage to let go of what needs to be released. Give me strength to give up what doesn't do me good. Give me wisdom to see what's stealing my time, my peace, my joy, my faith. Because I know, my God, that everything that doesn't produce good fruit in my life only serves to pull me away from you and from the purpose you have for me. Lord, I surrender to you all my relationships. Those that don't build me up, that pull me down, that distance me from your will, I ask that you cut them. Those that bring confusion, that bring pain, that bring more tears than smiles, I ask that you remove them from my life. Don't let me hold on to what you want me to release. Don't allow my fear of being alone to make me accept company that destroys me. My God, I ask that you give me wisdom to discern between relationships that are blessings and relationships that are traps. Because not everyone who enters my life was sent by you. Not every friendship that seems good is really good for me. Not every person who smiles at my face is rooting for my good. Lord, open my eyes so I can see the truth behind appearances. Help me notice when someone is by my side out of interest and not genuine love. Show me who really celebrates my victories and who secretly hopes for my failure. I know there are people in my life who are with me only in good times, but disappear when difficulties come. There are those who seek me out when they need something, but vanish when I'm the one who needs help. There are relationships that are one-sided, where I always give and never receive, where I always sacrifice and am never valued. Father, I ask you to remove these people from my life or transform these relationships, because I can no longer continue investing in those who don't invest in me, loving those who don't love me, giving myself to those who don't care. Lord, I also surrender to you those relationships that have already fulfilled their purpose in my life, but that I insist on maintaining out of nostalgia, out of history, out of memories of the past. There are people who were important at a certain stage, but who no longer make sense in the season I'm living now. There are friendships that were good once, but today only bring weight, only generate conflict, only cause misunderstanding. And I have difficulty letting these people go because I look at what was and not at what is. But you teach me that there's a time for everything, that there's a time to embrace and a time to pull away, that there's a time to build bridges and a time to close them. Give me courage, my God, to end cycles that have already finished. Give me strength to let go of those who need to go. Give me peace to understand that the end of a relationship doesn't erase the value it had, but simply recognizes that each person has their time and their season in our journey. And while you remove those who need to leave, I ask you to send into my life the right people, true connections, friendships that honor you and help me be a better version of myself. May you bring close to me those who will walk with me, who will cry and smile with me, who will point me to you when I'm lost, and who will remain by my side not only in moments of glory, but also in life's valleys. Father, I also surrender to you my thoughts. How many times does my own mind become my enemy? How many thoughts of defeat, of failure, of fear, of anxiety torment me day and night? Lord, cut from my mind everything that doesn't come from you. Uproot every seed of doubt that the enemy planted. Remove every thought that makes me give up, that makes me believe I'm not capable, that makes me feel too small for your plans. Eternal God, I need you to do a deep cleansing in my heart. There are old hurts I've been carrying for years. There are resentments that have created roots so deep I no longer know how to pull them out. There are wounds that never healed because I keep picking at them, because I keep remembering, because I can't forgive. Lord, cut these roots of bitterness. Uproot from my chest every seed of hatred, of revenge, of rancor. I don't want to live trapped in the past anymore. I don't want to be a slave to the pain someone caused me anymore. Good Father, I also surrender to you my habits, those vices that dominate me, those practices that weaken me, those attitudes that distance me from holiness. I know there are things I do that don't please you, Lord. I know there are areas of my life where I still haven't given you total control. Today I ask forgiveness for this, and I also ask that you help me to cut, to eliminate, to remove everything that isn't in accordance with your will. Lord, I recognize that sometimes the problem isn't in the people around me, but within myself. Sometimes I'm my own obstacle. My pride prevents me from asking forgiveness. My stubbornness prevents me from accepting advice. My laziness prevents me from going after my dreams. My fear prevents me from taking steps of faith. Father, cut all this from me. Uproot from my being everything that prevents me from being the person you created me to be. God of power, I know this cutting process can hurt. I know that letting go of certain things will cost me tears. I know that releasing certain people will leave an emptiness in my heart, but I trust you. I believe that you only remove from my life what no longer serves, what's preventing me from growing, what's occupying space that should be filled with something much better. Lord, just as the farmer prunes the tree so it produces more fruit, prune my life as well. Cut the dry branches, remove the withered leaves, uproot the rotten roots. I know that after pruning comes the time to flourish. I know that after cutting comes the time of growth. I know that you don't take anything from me without having something much better prepared. Loving Father, I also ask that you teach me to identify what needs to be cut. I can't always see clearly. Sometimes I hold on to things that seem good, but deep down are slowly destroying me. Give me discernment, give me wisdom. Open my eyes so I can see the truth. Speak to my heart so I can hear your voice showing me the way. Lord, I surrender to you my worries that produce nothing but anxiety. I worry about so many things that aren't under my control. I lose sleep thinking about problems that may never happen. I carry a weight of responsibilities that you never asked me to carry. Today I ask that you cut these fruitless worries. Teach me to trust you more and worry less about tomorrow. Faithful God, I also surrender to you my activities. I confess that often I'm busy, but I'm not being productive. I run from one place to another, but I'm not going anywhere. I work non-stop, but I'm not building anything of true value. Lord, show me what really matters. Help me cut from my schedule everything that steals my time without adding anything significant to my life. Wise Father, I ask that you give me courage to make difficult choices, courage to say no when necessary, courage to distance myself from environments that don't do me good, courage to close doors that need to be closed, courage to end cycles that have already finished, because I know that to embrace the new, I need to let go of the old. To receive what you have for me, I need to empty my hands of what I've been holding. Lord, I cry out to you in this moment. Do a complete work of renewal in me. Don't leave anything in my life that isn't aligned with your purposes. Remove people, situations, thoughts, habits, everything that doesn't produce good fruit. And in place of what's taken away, plant something new. Plant faith where there was doubt. Plant love where there was hurt. Plant hope where there was discouragement. Plant purpose where there was emptiness. Almighty Father, I trust your process. I know that you're not punishing me when you remove something from me. You're protecting me. You're preparing me. You're leading me to something greater. So I surrender myself completely into your hands. Make of me what you want to make. Cut what needs to be cut. Uproot what needs to be uprooted. Transform me according to your will. And while you do this work in me, I also ask that you give me patience, because I know that growth takes time. I know that transformation doesn't happen overnight. Help me not to give up halfway through. Help me to keep trusting even when it hurts. Help me to remain firm even when I don't understand what's happening. Lord, I declare today that I don't want to live a mediocre life anymore. I don't want to accept less than what you have for me anymore. I don't want to settle for a fruitless life anymore. I want to produce. I want to grow. I want to flourish. I want to be everything you dreamed for me before I was even born. Therefore, my God, I place myself before you as a tree that needs to be pruned. Do your work in me. Have no mercy. Cut everything that's worthless. Remove everything that doesn't serve. Uproot everything that doesn't produce. Because I trust that after this pruning, I will sprout stronger. I will grow healthier. I will produce more abundant fruit. I thank you, Lord, because you care for me as a gardener cares for his garden. You know exactly what needs to be done for me to flourish. You know every area of my life that needs attention, and I surrender myself completely to your care. So be it, Lord. Amen. This prayer teaches us a profound and necessary truth. Not everything that's in our life needs to remain there. We often hold on to relationships, habits, thoughts, and situations simply because we're afraid of change. Afraid of emptiness, afraid of letting go of what's familiar to us, even if it's destroying us. The great lesson here is understanding that God acts in our life like a wise gardener. He doesn't cut out of cruelty, but out of love. He doesn't remove to leave us empty, but to create space for something better. When God prunes, He's preparing us for a new season of growth and fruitfulness. We also learn about the importance of discernment. We need to develop the ability to identify what's producing good fruit in our life and what's just taking up space, consuming energy without generating results. Not everything that glitters is gold, and not everything that seems good really does us good. Another valuable teaching is about courage. It takes courage to make difficult choices, to distance ourselves from what's comfortable but destructive, to close cycles that have already ended. The prayer reminds us that God gives us this courage when we ask for it. My friend, if you've made it this far, I have an important question for you. What's in your life right now that you know, deep in your heart, needs to be cut out? What relationship, what habit, what thought is stealing your peace and preventing you from growing? I want you to stop right now and reflect honestly. What fruits have you been harvesting from the choices you've been making? If the fruits are bitter, it's time to allow God to do a pruning in your life. Here's the challenge I'm leaving you with today. Make a concrete decision this week. Choose one specific thing that needs to be cut from your life and take the necessary action. It could be ending a conversation that doesn't build you up, deleting an app that steals your time, forgiving someone who hurt you, or abandoning a destructive habit. Do it. Not tomorrow. This week. Because you know what happens when you remain trapped in what doesn't produce fruit. You stagnate. You don't grow. You don't move forward. And time keeps passing, and a year from now, 5 years from now, you'll still be in the same place, carrying the same weights, trapped in the same chains. But when you have the courage to let go, when you allow God to do the necessary pruning, something incredible happens. You create space for the new. You open the way for the blessings God prepared. You become free to grow, to flourish, to produce abundant fruit. So I ask you again, are you ready to let God cut out what's worthless in your life? Are you willing to trust that after the pain of pruning comes the joy of harvest? Do you have enough faith to believe that God knows exactly what He's doing? If you were touched by this prayer, if you felt that God spoke to you through these words, I invite you to be part of this community. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell. Because every week we bring powerful prayers, messages of faith and encouragement for your spiritual journey. Share this video with someone you know needs to hear this message. That friend who's trapped in a destructive relationship. That family member who can't forgive, that acquaintance who's stuck in life. Be God's instrument to bring this word of liberation to more people. And tell me in the comments, what is God showing you that needs to be cut from your life? Let's create a chain of faith and encouragement here. Your story can inspire someone else to also take that step of courage. Remember, you weren't created to just exist. You were created to flourish, to produce fruit, to live in abundance, and that's only possible when you allow God to remove everything that's preventing your growth. May God bless you powerfully. May He give you courage to let go of the old and embrace the new. And may your life be like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Amen. See you in the next video. Stay with God.